Cheerio, old chum. Are you ready for some general shenanigans and tomfoolery? Gregory?
So the appointed hour is nigh.
Yes, I too have a pocket watch, so of course I know the general time. What were you reading previously?
Well, Matthew, I'm reading The Road to Serfdom by von Hayek.
Oh, I think it's pronounced Hayek, but okay. Anyways, as you know, I like to study my Shakespeare. And today I was memorizing Macbeth. When shall we meet again? In thunder, lightning, or rain? When the hurly-burly's done? When the battle's lost or won? Shakespeare's hilarious.
Out, damn spot.
Never heard of it. So, shall we take a break from these studies of ours and begin this juvenile affair?
It is quite ridiculous, but yes.
Cheers!
Welcome to Face to Face to Face Webcast. This is episode 4. If you're starting and joining here for the first time, it's all about us getting through the veneer of Facebook to have actual conversations with our friends. And before we go any further, I want to ask you to look right down here, like this video, and comment. Tell us what you think about the show. What's up, Matt? Who are we going to interview now?
Well, that kind of goes with why we're all gussied up.
We're gussied up?
Today's conversation is going to be with an old high school friend who is quite sophisticated. I mean, at least now she is. I mean, if you look at her Facebook, I mean, it's time for us to delve into our deeper selves if we want to keep up with her. She went to the prestigious Johns Hopkins University. She's had extensive travels around the globe. She's a food connoisseur, an eclectic reader, a lover of French music. Basically, a cerebral romantic is what I'm thinking. And her name is Mary Mortensen. So she'll be an interesting conversation and an interesting nut to crack open. What are your thoughts on Mary? When you think of Mary, what do you think?
Mary is probably the most thoughtful of all of our friends from high school, but she's also always been kind of an enigma, which is what's going to make this interesting.
Well, to me, I mean, you can tell me if I'm wrong here, but like, I always had friends that were girls, and you had friends that were girls. But as far as us, like our friendship, Greg and Matt, she's the only one that I think broke in to our little inner circle of all the girls. So she essentially is our Elaine.
She is definitely our Elaine, especially because I briefly dated her when we met her, and then we just never really, became a thing.
I remember we were at a Fugazi concert. It was just us three. I'm having the best time with my two friends, my two pals. And I look over and my two pals are making out, and I just realized I'm the third wheel.
Yeah, what?
But like in Seinfeld, you guys had a quick on and off, and that was that. And then we were just all friends for the rest, for the duration. And Facebook has been a great tool for that. But really, we haven't talked to her much since the turn of the century. So to get us reacquainted with each other, Greg thought it would be a good idea to play a little game. So Greg, what is that game?
Well, I'm going to play a game that was a favorite of mine in college. We're going to play I Never, or some people call it Never Have I Ever.
Never Have I Ever.
Yeah. And if you're not familiar with this game, basically the point of Never Have I Ever is that someone will go around and say, I have never done some life experience that has thus eluded them. And Matt say had, because that's the kind of thing they do in Florida, right? Then thing must, Matt?
Drink.
So this is a drinking game. But here's the thing.
What's the thing? You have a thing? That's not the whole game?
I have not had a drink in 6 weeks because I'm trying to lose weight and get my blood pressure down. So the idea is that Matt and I are not really drinking, but Mary doesn't know this because we want to see her get sloshed while we stay totally clean and sober.
Ah, twist. I always love a good twist.
Hello?
Mary, how you doing?
Doing all right.
So the question I had for you, the idea was to have a drinking game.
Yeah.
And then Greg was going to add a twist. He was going to play a trick on you where we weren't really going to be drinking. It was going to look like we're drinking. And then,
Ha, Mary's drunk and we're not. But see, I'm not comfortable with that.
However, I am comfortable with turning the tables on Greg and getting a joke on him. So here's what I was thinking. Do you have like vodka bottles or something?
Yeah.
Okay, can you fill it with water?
Sure.
Fill it with water.
Okay.
When we play that game, since he thinks you're getting wasted, swig that vodka like it's going out of style. Like you're getting wasted. His reactions will be funny. We won't say a word about this until he watches the episode and sees that the joke was actually on him. And how dare him for thinking that I would possibly put one over on Mary.
Okay.
I always love a good twist. Remember that, Greg.
I have here this beautiful cask-aged 10-year-old bottle of scotch. So I'm going to do something appalling here, and I'm going to pour this scotch into this glass container, and I'm going to pour some iced tea into my bottle of scotch, and Mary won't know that I'm not drinking.
Right. I got wine, beer, tequila sunrise.
The grape juice is very compelling.
This is orange juice, apple juice, grape juice.
Woo!
Right. Okay, so this is what I want to do. Before we bring Mary on, I think you especially need to practice being drunk. Because, I mean, I know I don't like to toot my horn, but I did make a movie, and in that movie, I did pretend to be drunk. So I know full well how to do it.
Drinky time. Time for the drinky. Back in.
Okay, so this is what I'd like you to do. I want you to show me your flat out obnoxious drunk. Go. I am a director, so this makes a lot of sense that I'm working, and I should get paid for this kind of thing.
So it goes down smoother the further down you get.
I think that was excellent. I think you are ready. I think your idea, Greg, to fake Mary out at first, I thought, oh, how cruel. But then I see the glory in it. And to see her sloshed. And to
it's
see
only going to work if she actually gets drunk, so we'll see. You know.
Right, she has to get wasted. If she does not get wasted, we'll all just be doing nothing for no reason. All right, so without further ado, let's welcome to the show, Mary Mortensen.
Hey!
Hey guys,
She's there.
Wow.
how are you?
Mary, it's been so long.
Last millennia since we saw each other. Last millennium,
For
right?
sure.
Right, I got lucky. I got to see Mary in New York, but that's been a while now.
That is right.
But it's been too long for you because we're tight like forever, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are the kind of
that,
people
like-
that you can not talk for a while and pick up right where you left off.
So Mary, you're sitting in this like gorgeous old hardwood
She's
floor
glowing.
room in
She's
front
like
of a
me.
grand piano, wearing like an evening gown.
Well, there's a reason why we got spiffy. We had to match her sophistication that we've been seeing on Facebook. I even have on. I went all the way to the like red argyle. I'm to the 9,
I'm barefoot.
head to toe.
You want to play Never Have I Ever now?
Let's play the game. Never,
All right.
ever. And you know what? My thought is that whatever our answers are should bring about conversation, so we don't have to just rattle.
Yeah. We were thinking we'd just kind of play the game interspersed throughout the interview, if that works.
That works.
And that way
for
I
me.
won't get too drunk too fast.
I got the wine, the Merlot, I got the beer, and I got tequila sunrise.
That is dangerous, all that mixing.
It's gonna
I
happen.
don't mix. I have a bottle of 10-year-old Lafroig.
Mm-hmm.
What will you be drinking? Ooh.
I pulled this baby out of the fridge.
Wow.
Chilled.
I'm
Nice.
definitely not that fancy.
Nice.
And I also came with a cocktail because I'm fancy. This is a Kir Royale.
And what is a Kir? I know I've had a Kir before. What's a Kir Royale?
So it's basically instead of it just being a white wine, which is Kir with a little creme de cassis in it, this is a sparkling white wine.
Oh.
This show, already 3 minutes into it, is by far the fanciest thing Matt and I have ever done. So,
All right.
All right. First, never have I ever questioned. Never have I ever kissed Greg on the lips.
that's so
What
You really
happened?
have to go there.
What?
I-
Did you?
I'll drink to that, I guess.
Yes,
I
you
have
must. Drink it up. You don't drink, Greg. She drinks.
to- Greg has kissed himself. Nothing wrong with loving yourself.
You may have kissed. Oh, you can't kiss your own lips. All right, Greg, go for it. You got one?
Yeah, I've never been to an NFL football game.
Mm. Not me.
Is that weird?
No, I'm excited that you have to drink.
All right, Mary, you got one?
Yeah, sure. So, for the record, never have I ever seen Greg Bryan naked.
I'm going to say...
Easy to see me
Number
naked because
five.
I get naked all the time. I think I got naked at my own wedding. You were there, Matt. So.
I was there for that. I don't remember that, but I have seen you.
I got naked and Eric Burns like ran around the room with me on his shoulders.
I don't remember that.
It was a long.
You guys strip me naked and throw me in your pool
Yes,
for
we did.
my bachelor party?
Yes, we did.
All right, you guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Never have I ever smoked the Mary Jane.
Are you kidding me?
Never have I ever.
God, what is wrong
No.
with you?
But no.
Fine.
Yeah. Gosh.
Then start drinking.
Oh, it's my turn.
So, yeah, I've never done that. Go on.
I've never. Wait. All right.
Never have I ever.
All right. How about this
Are
one?
you already
Right
drunk?
back at you. I have never used cough syrup recreationally.
Me neither.
Oh, that is the purple drink one among us.
Oh, God.
I did it one
Figures.
time. I was always against smoking and all other drugs, but one night
Mhm.
I was on the toilet all night.
Yeah.
All it did
Sounds dangerous, actually.
was
Sounds
I
like a
felt
really dumb idea.
You guys remember color forms back in the day?
Yeah.
When 30 minutes after I drank the bottle of Robitussin, which you got to drink the right one, which I don't remember. One you die, one you.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, all I remember is for about 30 minutes after that, everything outside looked kind of two-dimensional, like color forms,
Mhm.
and kind of felt bouncy. And then after that, I was on the toilet, and I could feel my bowels, like I had total control over and I felt like for years I could control my bowels
Okay.
because of that. Yes, I felt like I.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that's called voluntary muscle control.
Right, I had total.
That's part of your
voluntary-
digestive tract.
Yeah, that's why I stayed somewhat thin. I have control. Over
That's
bowels.
true.
All right.
All right, Mary, your turn.
Never have I ever shot a gun. Seems like I should have. I think it's like a rite of passage in my family, but I never have.
Neither have I.
What are you
Are
drinking?
you
I
kidding
didn't
me?
drink. I pulled it away. Isn't that weird? In this
That's
day?
one of the reasons I have
I
tinnitus.
kind of want to. I don't even know if I want to, but I just feel like I should.
I enjoy it now and then.
I am positive that if I had a gun in my hand, I would somehow shoot myself by mistake. So I just don't want to do it. There was one night when at Tim's house in the apartment in college,
Oh, I
And
remember that.
and he pulls out a rifle. I was not in the room, and he's
is
screwing
not
around with it,
the
and
most
he's acting
stable
like,
person.
he's kind of crazy, and he's aiming at, and he points it at himself, and he aims it at the wall, and he pulls the trigger, and it shoots.
Are you serious?
It really shoots, goes through his bed, out the wall, could have
Oh
killed
my
somebody.
god.
And I am positive that if I were in that room, as a joke, he would have gone, hey, roomie, and the enemy. So I just know, I'll add this one just in case it happens, because it's weird.
Mhm.
I've had a vision of my death. I'm in a movie theater. Either I'm Abe Lincoln and I've come back,
Well, that's
Or
entirely
I'm
possible.
in a movie theater, and every time I'm in a movie theater,
Because you are a log cabin Republican.
Every time I'm in a movie theater, and I go to a lot of movies, I feel it once a movie that someone's behind me is going to shoot me in the head. Isn't that a weird freaking thing to think? Especially when I go to movies all the time. All right. Never have I ever had a close brush with death.
Probably every day we have one without even realizing.
Right, we're closer to death than we think we are. But has there ever been a moment where you actually could have
Thought
died?
I was going to die. I mean, there was this one time when we were vacationing in Iceland, and we were doing some pretty intense hiking that was borderline mountain climbing, and I had my son strapped in a front pack to my chest. He was only 7 months old at the time, and I'm climbing up this crazy mountain that's, I don't even know what degree incline, but just some nuts thing that I was like literally praying as I was going up this mountain. I was, feeling responsible not only for my own life, but the life of my son. And I was so grateful when I got to the top of that thing. It was scary.
That's
What
awesome.
about you, Greg? You drank, which means you have to drink. That sounds near death, Mary.
Well, I got bit by a rattlesnake in the wilderness alone.
That's
Oh yeah, the snake.
intense. Yeah.
And I was I was hours away from another human being, and I had no idea what I was going to do. And likewise, I was at the time very anti-religious. I was in my anti-religious prodigal phase, and I was like praying like so hard.
Yeah, whatever you can do.
They say that there's no atheists in foxholes. Yeah. So you must have thought that this is it. This is coming true. The fear. When you got bit, you thought that this was the.
I really, truly thought I was going to die. Like, I was alone in the desert, and I'd been bit by a rattlesnake. So the story is that, like, an adult rattlesnake, I stepped on it, and an adult rattlesnake, adult western rattler anyway, might bite you, which he did, and not envenomate you, because you just startled it, and they save their venom for, like, things they want to kill, And so it didn't envenomate me, and after like an hour of like literally just like waiting to collapse anytime, because like, but you still felt like really uneasy, like I couldn't wait to see another human being, you know what I mean? Because you're kind of like, when you're alone like that and you have a brush with death, you kind of go a little crazy. So I was kind of like, maybe I'm dead, and like. I'm just walking out of the wilderness that I was in, dead, and this is what it's like to be dead. And then when I saw other people and they're like, "Hey, Greg," I was like, "You can see me." All right, cool. So.
All right. Go, Greg.
Okay. I have never made out with a blood relative of any degree.
Blood relative? No. What the heck? Let's see if Mary does. Come on, Mary.
All right, it's not right. You must have inside information.
Oh no, he knew something. Oh, awesome.
I remember
know about
that.
this?
It was like a distant cousin. It's cool, everybody chill out,
Oh my god. No, there was a time when I was, I don't know how old, 14, 15, something like that. And there was a family reunion and I met a second cousin. And hit it off.
Which is totally legal in most states.
In most states. Depends on where you did it.
I gotta crack this baby open now.
Oh. You need to start swigging
I
out of
don't
it.
do like a full shot to this, do I?
Yeah. Oh. That's a whole shot there. All right, Mary, your turn.
Never have I ever been suspended from school.
I've never been suspended from school.
Oh, it looks like you're drinking again, Mary. Nobody did. You gotta drink. Why would we?
All right.
Matt and I were good kids.
Suspended from school.
So, Mary, this is almost a question, too, as well as my commentary, but, like, especially because you had kids a lot younger than Matt and I did, right?
I was just immediately thrust in to...
Right, you had to be responsible all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Right.
How'd that feel?
It's no choice but to grow up. I actually really appreciate it. I don't know that I missed out, for example, on being a single 20-something. Do people actually benefit from that experience?
No way. Being a single 20-something was miserable until I met my wife, basically, and we got married shortly thereafter,
He was an angry guy for the whole period of time, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and I did lots of stuff that was dumb and that I regret, and, what I mean? Like, it would have been okay to miss out on that for sure, Okay,
Greg, so how about this? You mentioned how in your 20s you did some crazy things. So Never, let's go back to the game. Never have I ever peed on someone else in the shower.
Well, I mean,
Greg?
Gregory? Just for the record.
What'd you do, bud?
Well, you know, and so I was a backpacking guide in this Boy Scout ranch, basically. And there was
Scouts.
like big
Nice
group
opening.
shower. And so you're in the big group shower and your friends there, like, you know.
Of course.
You start peeing on each other.
Yeah.
So take a drink, Greg.
Makes perfect sense.
I'm going to get you good.
Oh, go. It's your turn. It's your turn, Greg. And I'm going to edit mine out, and yours will still stay in.
Never have I ever.
So, you know, this is stupid because I know it was reaching.
Oh my God.
Freak.
You, Greg?
No. No. All right, that was just, I felt like taking a drink. Just, no. I just.
I think you were admitting it.
No.
Roundabout way.
No,
Subconsciously.
no. I said the never.
Whose turn was it in the game?
I think
I feel like it
Matt's
was
turn.
yours, Matt. No?
That was Matt's turn.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
okay. This is for both of you. I just have a guess. From you gave me a hint with the Boy Scouts. Never have I ever kissed a man on the lips. Right, so you go watch Greg.
Had
Watch
nothing to
Greg.
do
I'm
with this.
thinking.
All right, first of all,
Very
first of all, like you
Shot,
never,
look at that. Straight through.
No,
Greg,
you've never
straight
kissed your dad
through.
before.
What?
You've never kissed your dad, your brother.
Aw.
No, I said on the lips, and no.
Never kissed your dad on the lips?
Is that what you did, Greg? Is that where it came from? I just wanna-
This has been real fun. Am I supposed to go?
You see, or pass. It's fine.
I've never been in a dancing competition.
You're gonna drink so much, Greg.
Well, that was a
Flying
dud.
by
That was a dud.
Yeah.
You got a drink for that, buddy.
Yeah. Right. If nobody else, then I guess. You
That's
know.
true. Backfire.
I think that probably is a rule. Because why would
Well, I thought she's doing all this salsa dancing thing, you know?
Not at competition level. I only started a year ago.
Okay, so then here's my follow up. I don't know who mentioned this before, but Greg's overweight. Whatever. Somehow you aren't. Somehow your love for food hasn't turned into a giant belly. And what I've noticed in Facebook is you're kind of like, or at least at some point you were a workout machine. You were in like some sort of CrossFit gang, some scary gang.
You must not be in CrossFit anymore because it's been 10 minutes and you haven't brought it up. So
That is true. Both of those things are true.
I've seen you hanging up and upside down, I think.
Yeah, that was part of it.
Yeah. So what was this and why do you do this?
I wanted to get in shape and I wasn't at the time. And so I just sort of threw myself into this thing. And actually,
It's one of the harder things to do. It wasn't like you threw yourself into some.
You know, I think
Richard
that's a little
Simmons.
bit of my personality, to be honest. Like, when I decide to do something, I really just go for it. So
That's
I went
great.
for it. And I did see results really quickly. I really enjoyed it. It does become an obsessive thing, as you probably gather.
I think about working out every day.
I think about it.
Something.
At some point, it's all going to fall apart. You'll see me. I'll look okay like this. I'll look okay. And then a year, whenever that metabolism thing totally breaks down, I'll be this huge mass blob. You have another one, Greg? You could go or I could go.
You go.
Never have I ever skinny dipped. I never skinny dipped.
Come on.
Come
What is
on, you
wrong
had that
with
pool
you?
outside your apartment. And everyone's getting into that pool. At least I know I did.
Yeah, I skinny dipped at your apartment, and the cops came. Were we
I was
naked?
fully clothed. You got naked?
So how
Well,
do you
I'm
not,
clothed
like,
in the same pool, Greg?
wait, what? Huh?
Oh.
If I wasn't naked that time, I've skinny dipped at least 100 times.
Yeah. You should
Right,
really
so-
do it, Matt, because it's great. It feels so good.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's just do it. Like, do it tomorrow. You're in Florida.
Yeah.
Just take another shot,
You,
man.
no,
Did
I'm
you
not.
finish?
You're getting
Finish.
close.
She probably
Finish
weighs
it.
like
I'm not
100
gonna
pounds.
Peer pressure. Peer pressure.
All right. If
220
we're done now, I'll
pounds.
do this whole shot, but I can't keep going like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
All right.
She's got a
She will.
statistics exam.
Matt, I hope that tonight is your night.
Listen,
Never have I ever betted on a sporting event.
I have not. Matt definitely has.
you're making me look like this big sports guy, but
Oh, come on, you can finish that. Ooh, Mary, do you watch TV? You strike me as someone who doesn't watch a lot of TV.
Thanksgiving weekend, I purchased my first television set that I ever purchased in my life.
But you had one in the
actually-
house. That
no.
was just no. You did
No.
not have a TV in
so
the.
you could have never have ever had a TV.
I should
I should have done that one.
Wow.
But it's not true anymore because now I do. Actually, now I have
Right,
two.
but that's crazy.
Somehow between Thanksgiving and now I have two television sets.
Mary, take a shot.
All right.
A swig. A whole shot? Oh, he's had like 6, 7.
I'm impressed.
Oh, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Never have I ever been with more than one person my whole life. Sexually. Drink.
That is intense.
Oh,
I'm impressed. So Mary, now that we're drunk, how long were you married?
How long was I married? Was that a
Mhm.
question? 15 years.
It's a long time.
Serious. Yeah.
I've not yet been married 15 years.
I have been married almost 16. So yeah, 15. Almost 16 in May.
Can I ask you a question
Of course.
about like
Ooh la la.
would you consider dating? Like, is that
You're married, Greg.
What?
no, not me.
You were married? You consider dating? You guys want to get a room? Am I the third wheel again?
Honest answer to that question is that I'm keeping my options open. Maybe I'm going to meet the right person. Who knows when or where? But I'm really enjoying just working on me and kind of securing my future right now. I don't want anything pulling me away from my goals right now.
I'm going to interject with a question. Your ex-husband, I looked through all of your photographs doing my homework for this. I never saw one picture of him.
Let me say my theory. My theory is, Mary, we've never seen pictures of him on Facebook. At least I've never noticed one. You guys go to all these exotic locations.
See?
Blink. I want you to blink twice if he's an American spy. Okay. Make no reaction if he's an assassin for America.
Well, no reaction.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that it was that we went on all these trips and he was always the one behind the camera, which would be the more logical of.
Oh, that might be more logical, but my brain.
But whatever. There were a few photos, perhaps, up of him, but I did take them off.
Okay.
Makes sense. Never have I ever birthed a baby out of a body part.
Oh, God.
Freak.
That is not fair.
That deserves like the whole swig of the thing.
Oh yeah, I said I wasn't drinking. Oh, you want me to do the bottle? Is that what's going on?
Bottle. I want to see you drink as much as you can.
Oh, God.
Wow, Greg.
Greg, you look wasted. You look
I'm like, you saw me, pickled, as I like to call it.
This is a bad idea.
I think it's the best idea. I think we should do this again.
This will be a terrible idea if Mary starts puking into a bucket.
I don't know. We're too old for this.
Okay, but to end the night, let's do one more cheers to hanging out with Mary. One more time.
Make it visible here.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right, that was for you, Matt.
Thanks. It was Greg's idea, remember that.
Oh, that was for you too, Greg.
It was wonderful talking to you and seeing you again, Mary.
You too, guys.
And you know what's awesome is, and I'm sure everyone watching understands this, whatever you just watched was not the whole thing. Much was cut and much more fun was had.
Right.
But you'll never have it. Your only chance of having it is being on this show and doing fun things that also get cut.
Hey, that sounded like an outro, Matt. That was good. I like that.
Yeah.
You're thinking.
So please subscribe and like our page.
Yeah. Anyway, Mary, thank you very much. We
Thank you.
really appreciate it.
All right.
All right. It's good seeing you guys.
Later, dudes.
Good night.
All right, so I feel rotten that Mary got like pretty much wasteful.
She drank. I've taken 10 shots. I saw 8 to 10. So she's probably all night going to be spinning, if not vomiting, and failing her test.
And it was like it was directly our faults because it looked like we were drinking a lot too.
And the pressure.
And especially given that like her judgment was probably impaired by the end. It was, well, you were the one pressuring her. I was trying to I was like, no, she does not have to drink.
I thought I was doing what you were wanting to happen because that was the idea.
Okay.
I was pressuring her for you.
I was trying to get her not to drink as much. Then it over the course of the recording, it turned into this thing where we're like having a drinking game contest almost, and it looked like I started with this much iced tea, right? If I drank that much scotch, I would be falling on the floor, right?
And she drank that much vodka, almost.
I know, and that's why I feel bad. Yeah, I feel really bad.
When she watches this, she will know that we weren't drinking and that we made her drink, and that's not good.
And I feel like it'll be a little bit of a betrayal, you know?
Right, but at the same time, it was your idea to play Never Have I Ever, and that's a drinking game where you drink a lot.
I guess so.
You didn't think this through.
I didn't think it through.
Well, this might be good to use to at least say sorry.
Yeah. About a third of the way through, I was like, oh man, I feel so bad. But at that point, that would have been like pulling out the rug and the whole thing would have been over, right? You know, like.
Right, and there would be nothing, then none of us are drinking, and how pointless would that have been?
Right.
Then it's like a trick and a trick and a trick, which.
I'm very sorry. Well, we'll see.
We'll see. I think Mary will forgive us, but maybe not.
We'll see. I could like hit her right now, you know what I mean? Like, oh.
That's the worst part when you're alone and everything's spinning. No one there.
I feel like I'm sorry. I feel really bad.
I think this is the best thing we've ever done for the show.
All right.
Or so.
All right, dude. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Gotcha, Greg.